right state area, New York, out of the state, out of the country, wherever you're coming from this morning. Good morning. Welcome to another Yard Chat, guys. We are live. We are live this Thursday morning. How's everyone doing, man? How's everyone doing this morning, guys? How's everyone doing this morning? We are live. We are live. How you guys doing this morning, man? Want some people to come in the chat, man. Thursday, March 12th. Come into the live. Come into the live. Come into the live, guys. Come into the live. Come into the live. Listen, guys. Listen. You know, like I said, when I speak, like I said, I don't speak on just come up on here just to talk. Um, is to share some light on certain things, on insights. You know what I mean? And if you watch my podcast and that video is not getting a lot of play, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's getting a lot of play, but I did a video and I went on record and I said, is it possible our mental health might be in come into play with this? And it is, because that is the news coming out of California right now, the Beverly Hills, with the shooting um with ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. The family is saying mental illness, guys. And thank everyone for coming in this morning. Whoever gonna come in, wherever you're coming from this morning, welcome to the live. My name is Wesley, host of Yard Chat this morning. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live, man. I'm not sure if I have a picture of that. I'm not sure. And also, this also, I didn't really say that I wanted to speak about, Howard, Dwight Howard and his wife, Amy. They're having some issue right now, and maybe if we get to that later, maybe I will speak about that. But right now, our main, and there's a lot of talking right now, about Samuel, you know, Kevin Samuel. There's a lot of talk. I've been seeing on TikTok. A lot of people on TikTok is like, wow. So maybe if we get to that, and we're gonna try to get to Howard situation with his wife, because he having some substance abuse issues. But I'll make sure this morning that we're going to focus on is the Rihanna and the ASAP Rocky. Welcome to the live. There is some things going on right now where I made a video maybe 2 days ago before all of this coming out in the last 16 hours, 14 to 16 hours, going on 24 hours, where I made a video maybe 2 days before, and I said, is there a possibility that mental illness might come into this situation? And it is. The family of Ivana, do I have a picture of Ivana Ortez? Um, they are saying that she had some mental illness, but I don't think I have that picture right now. But that is a situation right now. So I just want to, come on this morning, and also, guys, thank everyone for our 2,199 subscribers. Thank you. Um, appreciate all my audience that's coming in. Thank you for the likes that, share the live, subscribe, liking the videos, just telling people about Yard Chat, man. And I thank you very much for everyone and hopefully before we get off this live, we could reach our 2,200 subscriber. That'd be a good look, good, hard work, pay off, guys. It doesn't matter. If you put in something come out of it. But away from that, man, this situation right now with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky, man, let me tell you something, man. I don't know, man. I don't know, but this is dangerous, man. How can one live in Beverly Hills and some stranger who just pop up on your property and let off, thank you, Space, and let off 14 rounds. 14 rounds. And also, she's charged with 10 to 14 counts. Don't forget, assault with a deadly, and she had a AR, what, 15 or whatever, what I mean, but she had something that penetrate the wall of their house. That's dangerous. So she came there with intent and a purpose and to cause harm. And how crazy this was, man. ASAP and Rihanna, they were in the house, in the family, hanging out, chilling out, just relaxing. They could have got murdered, man. They could have got underlined for someone who see, that's how mental illness is very, very, very because I work in that field with kids, minors, mental illness, who've been traumatized, who've been doing a whole type of things, guys. A whole type of things that's weakness. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how serious mental illness is. And it's not funny. Let me tell you how serious mental illness is. I'm the unit supervisor for 2 units, capable to of 20 kids, 10 on each side, 10 boys, 10 girls. The girls always more to the extreme where they go. Female memories like elephant, they don't forget nothing, man. They remember everything. You know what I'm saying? So the point is, what I'm trying to make, we had one particular young lady who had an issue with another young lady, but she was so spiteful that she went in the bathroom, and I'm going to use a proper term, defecated, or if you want to say do number two, right? Went in with her hands, no gloves, because she had some issue with another female, and smeared it all on her door, the door handles. It was. But I wasn't there that day. But I rewatch a video because that's my job as a supervisor, to watch a video, see where staff, could intervene earlier, or the youth, something where I could counsel or see something where something could have been done differently. But what can you do when someone doing something that's just egregious, disgusting? You know what I mean? As a human being, to do that. That type of those are mental illness or trauma. Those are type of things that I dealt with, and I dealt with not worse like that, but I dealt with situation where it was bad as well. You know what I mean? And so in this situation where you have a 35-year-old woman, Ivana Ortez, who decided to go to ASAP Rocky house in Rihanna, she's gonna be charged with attempted, murder. All the charges are dangerous, endangering minor kids, all of that. 14 people. She's so the family saying mental illness. But I'm just trying to give you guys a picture of mental illness, but that is not an excuse, even though she still have to be dealt with, because this is dangerous. She cannot be in society. A person who mindset is like where she's at right now, she cannot be in society. She's detrimental to society. Agree or not? So she needs to be locked up in some type of institution, and most likely, this young lady, I just said, to one of my friends, most likely this young lady probably have some past traumas. I'm gonna say traumas, because to go to that extreme in your mental illness, you trying to avoid something, but something else is there telling you to do something else. Yeah, yeah. Listen, what do you mean? Explain yourself, Marty McFly. What you mean when the math and people will own, uh, you know. Okay, explain yourself. What do you mean by that, man? Thank you for the likes. Explain yourself. I like when people come in the chat and engage. I love that, but I need people to have a little more detailed, content in what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Because I see a lot of people come on my platform and they make comment, and I don't block anyone, because I believe everyone are entitled to their opinion. See, it's your opinion. You know what I mean? It's your opinion, but is it right? Is it facts? Is it factual? No, not all. But I like when people speak their opinion, their mind. Then I get a point of view where they're coming from. But if you come in the chat and you just say a comment and you leave, you know what I mean. And a lot, who do that? A lot of Christian people, and I use that word loosely, Christian, because they come in and say some chapter verse and leave your chat like that's going to benefit. No, elaborate explains it. Can two people be right at the same time? Of course. Of course. And two people could be wrong at the same time. Listen, man, when people follow the masses of people, like they like what you're doing. And some people follow you because they just want to see what you're doing. Some people will agree with you because they want to spy out your liberty. In today's society, that's how it is. You have to be careful, man. Listen, you have to be very careful. It doesn't matter, because in the world you have people like this Ivana who decide to take up a AR, a car, what AR, automatic rifle. Listen, for 10 to 14 rounds, and she caused damage. Cause the bullet hole went through her house, to their house. See, that's why I cannot go on TikTok and talk about these things that I'm speaking about on YouTube. I'm not even sure if I could do it on Instagram. Probably I do put up my reels on it, Instagram and TikTok, but I haven't done nothing on TikTok. But if I go on TikTok and that's why I'm asking people now, right? To be honest, and I keep it real, man, where we could get in more depth if we form I have a membership. So I'm putting out there, where we could talk about where only members we could speak, we could have maybe 5 or 6, 10, whatever, 20 people, whatever, how many members decide. So listen, we're going to do a live, we're going to speak about this. We could talk about deep stuff, deeper the stuff. YouTube won't do anything. People are paying for that. So that be only members only, where we could speak about more depth. I could get into depth of things. I know when I saw this story, I said, listen, there is something behind it. And I said mental illness, because no person out there right mind. And I haven't heard anything put out there that this man is out there doing something behind her back. Listen, we know he's a married man, but I haven't heard nothing that he's being a father and he's doing his job, and he's separate. And he's look like he's a very family man oriented. So I can't say he's doing nothing wrong. And she haven't come out and say anything, even though people trying, but nothing, no. This what you call, these people are born in some true love. If because they've been married, having kids, it's a family. And I love that. And I love that when people push family, and it doesn't matter what color you are. You know what I mean? And I did a video also. We have Van Beek, if I'm saying it right. He died of cancer, and his 9-year-old daughter, man, she touched my heart. It's also on my platform. It's there. And those are the things that I speak about. So TikTok, I get deep, but on TikTok I can't bring. They talk about nonsense, nonsense on TikTok. Let me show you what they talk about TikTok. They talk. See, this is propaganda. These people, Kevin Samuel been, gone for over what, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever years, and they're over there still talking about him. It's nonsense. TikTok, it's just a bunch of nonsense. So, and when I do go, so I don't use TikTok for this type of platform. You know what I'm doing now? I put it to YouTube because I believe people on YouTube have more, um, I'm not going to say more intelligent, but more presently what's going on in the world. Because a lot of people on YouTube bring content where it's mostly things what's going on, giving people information. A lot of people that a lot of people have YouTube more than other cause. A lot of people, and what I found out, when you bring this type of content on TikTok, they will limit your video to go out there. On YouTube is different. If people like your content, people like, even on the live, people like, see, I have live audience that come on watch my live, and I have people that come on watch my videos. So now I'm trying to intergage the live and put them on the platform so people can watch the live and regular videos. And I do in shorts, and I put a product. So I'm trying to engage everything, so when people do come on this platform, it's not your platform, it's not my platform. It's a platform where it stands for truth and fairness and righteousness. You know what I mean? And I look at things different. I look at things, oh yeah, yeah. So when I saw this story, I said, I know there is something different. I said mental illness, and that's what I call it. And now they say mental illness, and mental illness is one of the biggest issue in the United States, in America. Mental illness it's like a virus. It's like a disease. It's eaten from inside out, because what it's doing is not causing damage outside the country, it's causing damage inside the country, where these people are not mentally wrapped tight, and they will start doing all type of things. And this is just the start of it, man. This is just the start of it. This is just the start of it, people. You know what I mean? But we cannot deny that mental illness is not an issue, and it is an issue. But what are you going to do with a person that, let me get myself out of the picture, decide to take the law, or not say the law, take violence, want to use violence against two other, or a family, whose work is, who's behind that work? Who's behind that work? And I use these two individual, I have nothing against them, but they have to be very grateful that they are alive. They have to look at life more seriously now and take to listen, man. We could be here today, we could be gone. But thank God. See, but I don't understand how a person live in Beverly Hills, California, and the area that they live is supposed to be security. How in the world a person just pull out a rifle and start shooting 7 rounds? What's going on in California? That's how deep and higher up these type of things go. We're not speaking about conspiracy, people. I'm not speaking about that. We are speaking about wickedness in high places. How in the world you live in Beverly Hills, California, supposed to be one of the very high line, upstate, upscale, those high life people, living a life, millionaires, billionaires, you can't go to their community. We have a place on Staten Island where I just can't go out. Okay, we have a place on Staten Island called, years ago, Donald Trump used to own this property. It's called Ward's Hill. That is where Wagner College, John Jay, that's where, John Jay and those college up there. But and up there, that's supposed to be one of the best part of Staten, away from Toad Hill. But on this side, the south side of Staten Island, going back to the ferry, Howard's Hill around there, they have some houses where you could see the whole. They have mansion. They could see the whole Hudson River. They have decks, man, beautiful, man, where these people overlooking is a beautiful. Those are $1 million house. I just can't drive down there because guess what? There's a gate. So this is what I'm saying. So how in the world? See, I'm not trying to, people. We as people have to use our brain that the Creator God gave us. If we believe in God, I don't force that on no one, but I know I believe in some higher power than me, because I know I didn't put myself here, and we're gonna leave it as that. Okay? So what I'm saying is this. So I could just go there and just walk up to their house and ring their doorbell. That's what it seemed to me. How she just drove up, walk up, no cameras. See when she pull out the weapon, no warning. No, what's going on, people? These are the things that we got to think about. So that's what I'm saying. They have to be very, very grateful and say, God, thank you. Thank you. Whoever higher power you calling on, you better be grateful. There was a lot of rumors over the year, Rihanna, this and that, Illuminati and all. Listen, people, stop it. Stop it. Oh my God. I'm going to listen. See, these are the things I want to get on. Like, if we get on our own channel, which sooner or later, I'm going to start put up these things on Spotify. I'm going to see how, you know, cause right now a lot of people is reaching out, but I just need the right people to hook up, because I just don't hook up with anybody. Just like on social media, I do not follow a lot of people, especially on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of people on TikTok. But you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to say, but everything I do, I put God first and I keep it real. That's just me. I can't say for anyone else. I can only speak for me, for Wesley, for YARDCHAT. I cannot speak for no one else. I can't even speak for my kids because they have their own mind. I could give them directive and advice, but at the end of the day, everyone have make choices what they have to do with their time and their life, what they need, what they have to do. Even though if you tell them the good things and the bad things and let them decide what they want to do, it's still on that person to make choices. We could tell our kids, honor your parents, they're good kids, they go to school, they go to college, they do this, they do everything, but they still have to make their own individual choices. We can't control them. Do we want to be controlled? No. So how can we control someone else? So that's what I'm saying. Even beside of all that, a person in that type of wealth should have better security, camera system, something to detect, oh, someone is coming to the house. Who is that? Oh, she have a what? She pulling out what is this? So now they're going to boost up their security. They have to. They have to now. See, they are forced to, because the enemy wanted to take them out. The enemy wanted to take them out, but they wasn't successful. So now they have to reevaluate their life and boost up their security and be grateful to God that they are alive. Because let me tell you something, people, the enemy is real, and all of these people, hear this now. And I'm going to put a stop to all of that charade in our community. And we need to wake up and smell the coffee, as I say. Listen, stop talking about the Illuminati and this and that. Because let me tell you something. It's beyond that. Okay. We could all agree on this. People, there is a force in this world, good and evil. So if you want to call it the Illuminati, listen, the wicked one don't want no one to strive. He want to eliminate everything that is good. Whatever you want to call him. The beast, the son of perdition, the dragon, Lucifer, the devil, Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, it's still coming from the wicked one. So we need to stop putting the enemy in categories. People, it's one source. Just like God is one source, and he's one source. And if that source not coming from God, where is it coming from? So I put a stop to all of that. I put a stop to all people's black owned business. I put a stop to all of that. Stop that. Stop. You limiting yourself. We limit. See, we are our worst nightmare. We are our worst nightmare. But mental illness is real in our community. Mental illness. I live on Staten Island, and mental illness right now is just whipping Staten Island, especially by the South Ferry. The South Ferry area of off Victory Boulevard, all them street, you see people out there, and a lot of them is on dope. So there's two, mental illness and dope problem on Staten Island. So Mayor Zeron Mandani, you need to come to Staten Island, go by the ferry, and don't go to the ferry, the good part. Go to the ferry and look at the bad part and see what you need to do to clean up, because mental illness is not a talking about, and it happened twice in New York, one in Queens. Check this out now. Okay. That's how mental illness is serious. We had an incident that occurred maybe a couple weeks ago where the police was called to a house, and we had someone that is clinical, and I'm going to put it in the right term, clinical diagnosed that he's a schizophrenic, right? Police came on the scene. He got triggered or whatever it is, but when they came there, he was at the peak at just the lady that was standing in between. Because when the cops came in, but the video showed the cop came in and the cop said, "Put the knife down, put the knife down, put the knife down." And when the police saying that, he's on the other side. I think he came out the kitchen, and I don't know if that was the aunt or the mother or sister, but some person was there, an individual was there, and the person was saying, "No, put the knife down, put the knife down. You need to stop, calm down, put the knife down." So what this individual did, he moved her out the way and charged at the officers with a weapon in his hand. And the police officer saying, "Put it down, put it down." Listen, you have less than whatever seconds to make a decision. People say, "Oh, they could have handled it different way." What else way you want to be handled? When a person is coming at you in the range, irate at the peak, with a weapon in their hand, and they're coming at you with that look, people, let me tell you something. And another thing, let me break it down to you because I work in that field too. Let me break it down. There is a such thing called when I work in that mental health field for all these over 10 years, right? There's a thing when a person is triggered, right? And they blacked out. This how these kids, define it. They don't know they're black. They call this a black spot. When these kids blacked out and they at the rate and there is no de-escalating, there's no counseling, there's no talking. So I don't know what mayor run down. They talking about, oh, we got to get counsel to do what? You want to put a counselor in danger with someone who is deranged and angry and demon possessed, and another thing, their eyes, people, their eyes. When a person's in that state of mind, you look in their eyes, they are just staring blank. They are in another dimension and it's not good. And we were trained to do certain things. Okay, we was trained to do certain things. We had to get hands-on physical. We was trained by the city and all, we had to be trained. Under their policy, the city protocol, all that. We have to write reports. Sometimes police was called on the scene. And my job was to make sure, because I have to do my summary throughout the shift. So I got to make sure the supervisor doing their thing. When the police come on the scene, document is, you need badge number, who you spoke to, all that I have to get. So I have to make my report. So in the morning, when we do that debriefing, you know how it goes, people. Everything have to be legit. Then we have to call it in to the city and report. We know that. I think it's called the MC something. We have to. It's like a unit. They take your report. Boom, boom. You document who you spoke to. You spoke with. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba bam. Boom, boom. You cover yourself. Write your report. Send it out to the leadership team. Over like 20 something people or whatever. Director, supervisor, everybody. So when okay. Then when you debrief, you get a little more detail what happened. You're talking. Elaborate a little bit on it. Bam, bam, bam. But that's all considered mental illness, man. They black out. They don't know. They black out. It's like they in space. They black out. They don't know what happened. Yes, battle of the spirit of light and dark. You're 100% right. So, this lady right now, they saying that she's her family is begging and telling, that mental illness. And and listen, I went on my record. I went on record a couple of days ago, and I made a video. I said, listen, don't be surprised when mental health come playing. It is how ironic it is, but listen, man, mental illness is real. I'm not saying she's crying mental illness, but listen, who in their right mind? People, come on. Who in their right mind wake up, okay, I'm going to pick up a weapon, I'm going to drive, and I'm going to go to ASAP Rocky house, I'm going to go to Rihanna house, and I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to make sure 14 things was, rounds and all of that, and they detain her, and she acting like nothing occurred, like nothing happened. Maybe she's mental, but you listen, man. And who's behind it? Let me tell you something. The only thing behind it is wickedness. Listen, mental illness been around for a very long time. Hear this now. There was a story. This man was chained up, or he had to live like in the wild, because he couldn't live around in among society because he was doing crazy things. He was just cutting himself up and doing all type of things, just crazy, stripping naked, just okay. So one day this man came through town. And so what's going on here, man? What's going on with that guy up there? What's going on with him? They said, man, we had to chain him up because, man, this man up there, man, he's cutting himself up. He's doing all type of things, drinking and just saying all type of crazy things, doing people. We had to tie him up. He said, all right, let me go see that man. Soon as this man walk up, they said, oh, we know who you are. 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 He said, yeah. And he asked him, he said, listen, man. He said to them, we are legions. People, you know what legions are? When people say have legion army, those are thousands. One man was hearing all type of different voices. Tell him to do all type of crazy, cutting himself up. There's a lot of voices out there. Let me tell you something. When you see a person suffer from mental illness in this type of way, and they're saying they're hearing voices, check this out. Do we know the Dave case, right? David with the Celeste Rodriguez Hernandez, the body that was um dismembered and stuffed in a car in California. Check this out now. His mother went on the record and said, oh, my son used to hear voices. Oh, mental health. And now he's being the number one suspect of unaliving this 14-year-old girl that turned 15 when they found her body. You need to check out that mental illness. Follow this story. Mental illness, people experiment or do certain things or see certain things, and doors were open. Directly or indirectly, doors got open, and what come through those doors or influence mentally in your life. That's why they call it mental illness. It's not physical. It's in your head. And when you hear people say, oh, hearing voices, listen. You have to eliminate those voices out of your head. And you can't do it on your own. Medication is not going to help it. You need to get a deliverance. Number one, you as the individual have to know something is not right. Then once you acknowledge something's not right, what you gonna do as an individual? I'm not saying to other people now. You, when you as an individual gonna realize something's not right, you automatically will start backtrack what occurred and how this start to happen. Because red flags are always there. But sometimes we overlook the red flags because we just want to go. Red flags say, listen, slow, stop, look, see what's around. But no, we're going to keep going. Red flag means stop. If you're on the highway, you see red flag, and the sign says stop. You can't go through it. It's stop. It didn't say slow down. It said stop. You can't go there. So we oftentimes overlook the red flag, and voila, you open doors. Then when you start backtracking, say, oh man, that happened. Then when you start, see, the truth is, you see mental illness people, they need to know the truth. And it's up to them, because you can't help a person if they don't want to get help. They have to realize what's going on. Something is not right. They are off. And once they realize they're off, they're going to start getting some help. So asking them people now, listen, what's going on here? What, and start seeking now. And once you start seeking, you're going to start finding the answers. And once you know the answers, now you know how to get rid of those demons in your head. So you have to face those demons, and you got to rebuke those demons. Say, you're not welcome here. You're a liar. You're lying to me. How in the world you telling me to go pick up a rifle to go analyze other people? That's not of God. And there is no Spirit of God going to tell you to hurt another human being. That is a lie from the whoever. That's not of God. So we have the power to help ourselves, but we don't realize that. We just need to hear the truth. And this right now, the people who they say that are the Illuminatis, hear this now. They know the truth, and they are dangerous, because guess what? They are treading both water. Because they have to be beguilers, they have to be deceivers. Remember, these people transfer themselves like an angel of light. They are deceivers. They're not telling you the whole truth. They tell you the truth, but they will never tell you the whole truth until you are in it deep. And when you are in it deep, you're ready to pay the debt to them. And you owe them. And the only way you get out of there, that contract with them, we know how it is. We know how it goes. So let nobody fool you talking about, listen, Illuminati, listen, you decide to serve the Antichrist. See, we don't like to hear these words. And these are words I got to start to use, so people are, whether you pushing good vibe, bad vibe, listen, it's not what goes in, it's what comes out defile you. That's what I keep telling people. Don't listen to what people say. Look what they do. Because they're going to talk and distract you and do something. And just come and tell you another thing, distract you. No, look behind. You don't go by sight. These days, you cannot walk by sight because there's a lot of different things you're seeing behind spiritual wickedness. So mental illness, you could say it's a form of spiritual because it's mental. One thing they all have in common, oh, we hear voices. Who are telling you what voice? Who? What? Why would a voice say you to do that? Someone is lying to you. Someone is lying because I cannot see you're gonna say God told you to do that. God tell you to analyze people. No, that's a lie. Someone is lying to you. Someone is deceiving you, and the word is beguile. See, the truth is we know the truth, but we decide to go another route because we think we're smart and get caught up and do some wicked things and say mental illness. And that's when that present of the wicked one leave you now. Use you and leave you, and you as a person now going to be an institution for the rest of your life. And you're going to snap out and say, oh my God, look where I'm at. And there's nothing you could do because they're going to dope you up with meds because of due to your past behaviors. Who going to have the last laugh? The same entity you want to serve to do the wickedness going to turn around and laugh at you because you're doing his work regardless. Because you're serving him. Mental illness, man. Spiritual is light and dark. When you hear people talk about mental illness and they all they're upside down, they're being lied to. They just people tell them a lot of propaganda and they believe it and they don't know what to do. So they prefer not to live in reality. Some of them live in different universes, man. These mental illness people talking crap. I think mental illness have to do with dynamic possession. I believe so. Because let me tell you something. I see some of these people and I'm like, oh my God. They look at you, way they look at you, people, their eyes is the window to your soul. When you see some of these people eyes, all you see is just wickedness, man. Then you look at some of them and you look at them behind their eyes, you could see a good human being, but you could see that they don't have no control. Once in a while they snap out of it and come around and talk to you normal. The next minute they snap and go right back into that negative, bad behavior ways. It's sad. But that's how the world is, man. And even though because I work in mental illness for a couple of years, yeah, you see things, you know things, but man, listen to you, some people. There's certain things that people do to make people get mental, not mental, get traumatized, and they don't know how to cope with it. And a lot of people in society now are traumatized, man. So they act out. So the question is, do you think mental illness is going to take a big play into this? Or are they going to be have leniency towards her, Ivana or Tez? Tempted 14 counts, man. Man. Assault with attempted murder, assault with a deadly what? Four people, the kids, the family, man. But these two they have to be grateful that they're alive, man. These two, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, man. I like them. The family vibes they put out, I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love that unity and family vibes. And I wish people, especially in our community, have that, man. That family vibes, two parents household. That's what's up. Oh my God. That's what the enemy don't like. That's what the enemy don't like. Because there's no motive. That's what the enemy don't like. He don't like when family are represent. Because family represent unity. Bond. He don't like that. So he trying to take them out. You know, that's how I look at it, man. But not everything you see, it's you got to take things for what it is. Like today, you wake up, you move on, you move towards the vibe how things are going, man. That's what you got to do. If something say, yo, don't go there, don't go there. If you don't have the vibes to go there, don't go there. Don't force it. You know what I mean? Same thing with we could get into this part, man. I think we could get into Dwight Howard. We have 45 minutes in, so we always go for an hour. This another mess. Video also on my platform. This a mess right here. This is a mess right here, man. This a mess right here, man. Dwight Howard and his son, the family, the wife. I didn't put the whole video. I think I did about 40 something seconds of the video. I want to put the whole video because it's sad. Sometimes when a person come to what you call it, an end point where everything is built up and she just need to vent, and the family they didn't want her to vent. They know what's going on, but she said she can't take it no more. And I feel for this woman. let's pass let's look past all of this, what you see. Let me keep it. Dwight Howard had some issues. Also, he got defrauded out of $7 million. The person is going to jail. The person is getting 12 years in prison. I don't know if Dwight Howard going to get this money back. I don't know, but beside that, that's least of his problems. Least of his problem. Because we could always get back money, but you only have one life. Hear this now. The wife came on social media. She said, I have enough. I can't do this no more. My family, I can't take it. I feel bad for the kids. She just, and I believe, people say, oh, why she do that? I just believe when no one is listening to you or her family, she trying to, and they're keeping the family. Now, you have to, a breaking point. And she said, Dwight Howard, the city took the kids. Police been called for domestic incidents over the months. Police come there 3, 4, 5. It's been a mess. And the most of all, she said, his substance abuse is out of control. She said, I can't take it. That's not my lifestyle. I can't take it. And it's too much. Can't blame her. Can't blame her. She said and she said, the most of all, she said she feel bad for the kids. And I feel that one. She says she feel very bad for the kids. So Dwight Howard is up in front of the congregation this morning. Man, get your together, man. But hear this now. In the NBA, you're not blaming the NBA. This is a pattern black people take in the NBA. In the NBA, you have a lot of people, either when they left the NBA, they go broke, or they get charged for assault because they don't want to, or they go broke, or substance abuse. And we know Dwight Howard have some issues over the years. But I never heard of this substance, but I heard it been going on. Now I'm doing some, it was going on for a bit. And he need to get some help. Speedily. ASAP. And to make it even more worse, suicide threats. Voices, people. You see, mental health. See, You cannot have your cake and eat it too. She says she's not into that, and she trying to put it up. She's trying to love him, but enough is enough. And sometimes you have to expose the work of the enemy if you want to get free. And right now, Dwight Howard, allegedly according to what, he's not on the right page right now. He need to get himself right. And it's sad. It's sad. It's sad when people take life for granted. Listen, man, this is his life. He got to do what he got to do with it. But let me tell you something. If you don't get the help, that's on him. This is a wake-up call. And if you don't want to wake up to the call, guess what? Time wait for no one. Life gonna go on. And the more he continue to deny that he need help, if it's a substance abuse or whatever it is, he need to get help, because guess what? It's looking bad, and it's a shame. And today, you see, let me tell you something. Money cannot buy you peace. Money cannot buy you love. And and if you have an issue within, money cannot fulfill that. And that's the problem. These people think money gonna solve their inner problem, inner issues. That between you and God, because that is mentally. That's something in you that you got to work with through what? It's obvious. 40-something years, you're not getting it. So you need to do something different. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. You're a grown man, and people like them, you can't tell them nothing. They have to learn the hard way and feel it. And hopefully, when they go through all that pruning process, they'll learn. But some people, like they say, these old dogs, hard to learn them tricks, man. They don't want to know nothing. So guess what? He have some decisions he got to make, and it's up to him. At the end of the day, it's up to him, guys. Guys, we have 8 minutes left on this live. Thank everyone that's coming in. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the 5 likes, and we go up to 6 likes. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate everything this morning, man. And I'm ready to log off. I'm not going to be on much longer. I usually go for an hour in the morning, but today's Thursday, man, and it's raining out, but it's still a good day. How's everyone doing, man? Guys, make sure you press like, share, and subscribe to the platform. I appreciate everyone that's coming on this morning, man, and who's liking, who's sharing it. And thank you, we call it Space, saying I reached 22K. Wow, thank you, man. 2,200. Our goal is to reach 2,500 before the summer. We are almost there. So, and the goal this year is to reach 3,000 subscribers. That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. And even if we don't mean it, we still gonna. Even if we don't make that goal, we still gonna go. Whatever we make, it's a goal. The next one, that's how it is, man. And our channel is fully monetized. Also, guys, we have products. We have products right now going through the live. If you're into Calvin Klein, man, into like fleet hoodies and stuff like that, and we have a couple items that are attached to the live. Calvin Klein, man, cotton hoodies. We have all. We have a couple items listed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items, guys. 7 items listed. If you're interested in Calvin Klein, also if you watch all my other videos, we have products. Adidas, cause I love Adidas. You know what I mean? Adidas, hats, sneakers, gloves. Uh, I think scarf. I think watches, cleats, sneakers. What else? There's something else I'm missing. Hats, beanie hats. So many things over there. iPod, microphone, speakers. God, so many gloves. I think I mentioned so many things, man. But every video you watch, there's product listed there. This product listed there, guys. Thank you for the 6 likes. Appreciate it, guys. We have 6 minutes left on the live. 6 minutes. So, guys, thank everyone, man. Just press like, share, and subscribe, man. It's a young platform. Also, guys, we do have another platform. It's called YARDCHAT Sports. Also, this video is up on YARDCHAT Sports on both platforms. I believe this is it doesn't really have to do with sports as well, but do with other things outside sports. So I put it on both platforms. On Your Chat Sport, I have 41 subscribers over there, and I need about 9 more subscribers to have 50 subscribers to go live. And once we get those live subscribers there, especially to go live on the mobile over there, I think that platform going to be real good because people like MMA. I mean, I love MMA. I love to speak about MMA. So I'm asking people on the platform, please go over there and subscribe to Your Chat Sport. 41 subscriber, and it's growing, man. I love it. So that platform, I want to get someone over there help me out on that platform who like to do MMA commentary. But on this platform, if you like to come on this platform, Yard Chat Promotion, or excuse me, Yard Chat Podcast, um, but my handle name is that Yard Promotion. But if you want to come on here, you could direct email me. It's yardchatpromotion@gmail.com. Yardchatpromotion@gmail.com. And yardchatpromotion@gmail.com. We could speak about anything. We want membership. If you want to join membership, if our channel, for a young channel, we are fully monetized. You know what I mean? We ask people if you want to donate. Donate is to make the channel better. You know what I mean? Right now, not say, we're making money, but we just have to put it out there, what the channel, what we're offering. And if you want to join the membership, we will do membership perks. Well, we just do member live. Then we can speak about deeper things. Called YouTube say it's like a paid membership. So everyone, whatever we speak about, we do live, just members. We could do member live and just member super chats, member just chat, live chat just for members, or I could just do live just members, or when you do become a member, you can get your chat hat. We're gonna do your maybe like coasters, mugs, things, hoodies. But the hoodie's gonna be authentic design. I'm working on that. You know what I mean? That's gonna take some time, but hoodies and eventually it going to clothes wear, all that. Maybe it might not come true, but my kids would do it. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it, guys. But I appreciate everyone coming on, man. Appreciate it, guys. And I'm about to bounce off. I got 3 more minutes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All people, man. There's a lot of things going on out there, man. That's another thing we're gonna speak about on the other platform. We speak about MMA. So, and a lot of people right now, John Jones. You know what I mean? Speak about John Jones right now. You know what I mean? John Jones right now, man. It's not looking good, man. I think Dana White, UFC, they're lowball this man. You know what I mean? They don't even want to pay him. I don't know, man. UFC, man, they are one of the most underpaid fighters. Contract have like a clause that it's like you can't do nothing outside the UFC. It's like a plantation, man. Too many rules. They need to get the union in there because if they get the union, then they get health care. Do you know how much money the UFC is making, man? They're making man. But these people, man. But John Jones not happy right now. But I'm going to share a video on that later on my platform on Your Chat Sports, so you guys can watch it. But big up to John Jones, man. Still the baddest man in MMA. You know what I mean? He's the number one. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT. I don't care what anyone say. He's the GOAT. I have 3 MMA fighters, man, that I believe they are the man. Francis is coming back. Francis Uganda, John Jones, and Alex Perez. Those 3 fighters, let me tell you something, people. I could be in a dark alley. And these 3 guys say, listen, relax. And they have, 3 against 10, and I believe they would take out those 10 guys immediately because the first person Francis touched a knockout, next person knockout, Expera first knockout, John Jones kick knockout. So I believe it's those 3 fighters, they are the best in the world. And Francis coming back, he's fighting that Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano, and Francis fighting this guy called Lynn. So he's going to be this going through Netflix. That's going to be good, man. That means he's making more money. Listen, That's the problem with UFC. The fighters don't make no money, man. I see people go in there and get knocked out, get banged up for $8,000. That's crazy. That's nothing, guys. These guys should be making hundreds of thousands of dollars, putting your life in jeopardy going there. Come on. You know what I mean? And one person laughing to the bank, Dana White and Hunter. They're laughing to the bank in the UFC. But, I'm not going to speak about that, but today. But appreciate everyone coming in, man. Guys, I'm out, man. We are out. We are out. We are out, guys. 60 minutes. Thank everyone for sharing. Thanks everyone for coming in. Make sure you press like, share. Hopefully, guys, 4 people in the chat. Let's get up this like to 10 likes. 4 people. We need 3 more. Before you leave, make sure you press like, share, and subscribe, guys. Enough love, and I'm out.